Hello, good morning, y'all. I was brushing my teeth this morning and I thought about something. I don't know what made me think about this, but I realized as much as I be preaching for people to try and get out of their heads and like stay present, I don't really be practicing what I be preaching. I feel like when it comes to my goals and stuff, I'm always too far ahead in life. And then I'm always wondering, like, why do I feel not behind, but I don't feel like I'm truly receiving much. That's what I be feeling like. Honestly, I be feeling like I'm not really receiving much, and I don't know because I spoke about this with myself yesterday, and I was like, where am I going wrong? Because I'm trying, I'm doing the inside work and everything. I'm doing as much as I can. The airplane, but I realized honestly, it's probably the fact that when it comes to my goals and stuff, I'm always like so far ahead in my head. Like I'm always thinking about where I will be, what I could have, the things that I will be doing when I'm not paying attention to the things that I could do right now. I'm not paying attention to what could be right now, what I could have in this moment. I'm never paying attention to the steps. And that's what makes it seem so fucking far away. Cause I'm not really paying attention to the simple steps. I'm not really focusing on what could I create in this moment that'll mean something a couple years from now. What could I try and teach myself in this moment that could possibly progress as the years go by? And let me tell it, I would have thought I was doing everything in my power. I would have thought I was like doing everything to a T. I would have figured like I'm truly doing everything and I'm not even doing the bare minimum. Well, I'm doing the bare minimum, but like I'm not even doing the most helpful stuff. I'm not even focusing on, you know, the small detail rather than just sitting here waiting on the bigger picture. The details in the bigger picture matter as well. It does. And I be forgetting that. And this is what I mean when I be saying like a lot of shit, it comes in components. Like you would swear you're living by something that you're preaching. But if you're not paying attention, you'll see that you're literally like reverting back to your old ways. Not even trying to, you just are. That's just what you're used to. You haven't been able to pay attention to the small stuff and try and incorporate what you learned into that as well. You only incorporate it into the bigger stuff. So that's also making me think like, am I really appreciating the moments like I think I am? I don't know. It's just when I thought I was getting bored of life. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been slowly. It's not like a big boredom, but I've been slowly like feeling like I've been running out of shit to do. And I spoke about that with myself yesterday. I was like, what's going on? What could I do? And asking the universe, girl, if there's something I need to do, something I need to pay attention to, please let me know. And I literally woke up with that thought in my head. So I have to pay attention to the smaller stuff. Pay attention to things that are in this moment. Be a little bit more detailed rather than, trying to be detailed with the future. Like that's something that I can pay attention to when that time comes. The time isn't here yet. I think that's how it can help me stay in the moment a lot more as well because usually people that are thinking so far ahead, they hope and wish for something futuristically that when it comes, they're still too far ahead and still too far in their heads when that moment comes, so that it's like you don't even appreciate the fact that you got to this point. It don't even seem like an accomplishment because you're still trying to overachieve something else. You're never really paying attention to, what you once wish you could have, and then having that moment come and celebrate yourself for allowing yourself to be strong enough to get to that point. I don't ever want to be like that. I've always thought about that too. I've never wanted to be like that. I've never wanted to be too far into my head where I couldn't pay attention to the smaller stuff. I couldn't pay attention to actually accomplishing something that I've wanted for a long time. Actually paying attention to the progress it took to get there. It's not about just patting yourself on the back when that moment comes. You got to pat yourself on the back during the smaller times too, because these are many milestones that are helping you accomplish this big goal that you're looking forward to. So of course it seems harder. Of course it seems more prolonged, or it seems far away. You're not even in the moment. You're not paying attention to the small goals that could not seem as far, or not seem as if they're so far away. And hell, it might come to a point where you accomplish all of those small things that when you get to the big thing, I'm not gonna say it don't even feel big, but it doesn't even feel like it was hard to get to that point. It don't even feel like it was something that really felt like a challenge. It's like levels. I always say life is literally like a game. Like any game that you play, it could be a board game or simply a game that's like, I don't know. You know these games that we have in, then there's always levels and stuff. There's always levels, and then there's like tiny levels, and then it comes to a bigger level. And of course, you have to check off certain stuff on your checklist in order to get to the bigger end of everything. I've always paid attention to that. Well, I've always thought that. I'm dead. They got out the truck like they ready to work. I'm dead as fuck. Dead. They're funny. But no, yeah, life is like a game. Literally. You have to be strategic enough to know what to do in order to, pass certain levels. That's all it is, passing certain levels in order to accomplish a bigger picture, in order to create a bigger picture. It's just small components compacted into one big piece. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. I'm glad it's cloudy outside. It's been sunny outside for the longest. And I can't lie, y'all, sometimes when it's sunny outside, I'll be a little sad. At least not sad, but my body is more mellow. Like it doesn't really want to do anything. And it could be because of the heat. I don't know. But I feel like I've been needing cloudy days. I've been needing days where hi. I've been needing days where, the sun's not really out and I could just still be outside and enjoy the day. That's such a pretty dog. I feel like if I ever get a dog, y'all, it needs to be a certain type of brown. I don't even know what type of brown that is. I'm trying to see what could I describe it or compare it to. I don't know. There's a certain type of brown that I just need my dog to be. And if I get a cat, I need a golden cat, the cat with the light brown fur. That would be so cute. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. That's how I'm feeling. So now I got to see what I can do to incorporate or to create more smaller things to help me slowly rise up to the bigger picture. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. I guess I'm gonna sit here, listen to music. I thought about painting. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I love you. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.